everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today I have a very exciting video for you. I am going to be giving you a tour of my new office space. You guys will have seen this space in past videos recently. We have had this space. Eric, how long have we been renting this? So we've been in here for about 2 months, month and a half, that we have been renting this space. It is right above the businesses that we own. So we have a coffee shop on the first level, and then we have a bar on the second level, and then this is like at the very top. So I can give you guys, I can show you if you haven't seen in the other vlogs, just like a video of how they kind of stack on top of each other in this really historic building. So basically all that to say, we've been in here for about 2 months and I've gotten most of the decorating done. I'm definitely not 100% done, but I'm very close, I would think. I mean, everything's always changing when I do spaces, so it's not gonna look the same in 6 months, but for now, I think it's really close to being done. And I'm very excited because this video is also going to be made in partnership with the sponsor of today's video, which is Ruggable. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would know that I have worked with and used Ruggable rugs for about a year now that I've been working with them, and I love them. I love their products. I love the people that work there, the product quality, how lovely the people are, everything. Has just been really, really great. So I'm super excited to be working with them on this video. And if you don't know what Ruggable is a company that makes machine washable rugs. I'm sure you've heard of them before, but I love them so much because, as you guys know, I have pets, and so my house is always a mess. My rugs are always getting a mess, and so I am also a neat freak. And it's very beneficial to be able to just pick the rugs up, throw them in the wash when they get super dirty and all of that. So I love that feature. And then also I think that they're amazing because they make rugs that have beautiful, beautiful patterns. You guys will see in the ones that I'm gonna show you today, that they just have this amazing vintage look, even though they're not. And so I also love that about them. But yeah, today's video will be in partnership with Ruggable, which is very exciting. I think I'll probably also link the rugs that I have in here down below in the description box in case you guys want to buy them yourself or purchase any rug from Ruggable. I'll also have a code in the description box linked down below so that you can get a percentage off of your purchase, which is awesome. All that to say, today's video is going to be a tour of the office space, kind of the mostly done makeover. I'll throw some before shots in there too so you guys can see what it looked like before, which was rough. It was pretty crusty in here. It looks a lot better now. So yeah, I'll put some before shots in so you can fully appreciate what it looks like now, because it looks a lot better. But yes, I'm standing in the main kind of living area right now, but I think I'll probably start at the entryway and then we'll kind of walk through everything. I'll show you all the different pieces that I've collected and everything like that. So I know this was a little bit of a long-winded intro, but let's get into the finished or mostly finished office makeover reveal. Let's do it. So basically our shops are right down there. That's the patio for our bar, Theodore's, and then Dojo's is below that. So you walk up these steps into here and then shut this door. And this is just a utility closet. This is our bathroom. And then this is the door to the office. Wait, let me close this so I can do a grand reveal. Right. Ta-da! Like I said, I am gonna be changing some stuff, but this is 2 months in makeover. So first I will show you guys the little entryway. This is what I've got going on so far. And this is probably one of the spaces that I most want a new piece of furniture for. So right now I've got this really cute little basket situation with this fun chair that I thrifted. However, I think it would be fun to have a piece of furniture right here, something that could potentially hold other decor items, maybe a china set, something like that. So I think this is really cute and it totally works for now, but I do want something that's a little more substantial, probably like maybe a piece of antique pine furniture or something like that. Now, you guys will notice if you have been watching the videos, you will have seen we replaced the floors in here. So this was like a carpet, like a really old dirty carpet. So we had these replaced with a laminate, like a laminate wood flooring, which actually looks so great. The quality was really nice and I love the color, so I'm very happy with that. And then we also had the walls painted in all of the rooms, and the color for that is Swiss coffee if you guys are interested in that. So the next space is kind of right across from the entryway as you walk in, is our little, or really my little office area. And so this is a ruggable rug, if you guys have noticed. I love this rug. I have this actually in a different shape and a round downstairs, and I just love it so much. So I loved it. I thought I would bring it up here too. And I got it in this kind of, I think this is a 5x8 rectangle. But this is my little, kind of my workstation. I've just put some art up. You guys know, love using the baskets. I know it's not for everyone, but it's for me. And then I've got just a little workspace here. And really this is kind of where I do my work during the day, particularly online and things like that. And then I also have a very secret special project that I'm working on, which kind of has to do with all of this stuff. So all of the sewing stuff that you see there, that's for something different. But this is kind of where I've been working on that stuff as well. And then I just have a little bit more art. This was our first dog together, Teddy. We got a little portrait of him. And then lots and lots of baskets. My favorite part about this space is probably just how historic and old it is and all the charm that it has with these, you know, slanted roof and just all the gables and little corners and nooks. I just think it's so adorable. I'm obsessed with the windows. This whole space used to be an old barn. And so these windows I think are just amazing. The hardware on them, you guys can see, is just stunning. It's like this really cool old like lever system, and this like antique brass, because it literally is an antique. And I just love it so much. So I obviously didn't want to touch anything that was original to the building. We just kind of wanted to enhance it. And I have a few little decor pieces up here on the windowsill. And then of course, all of this stuff is thrifted. I think really everything in here is thrifted besides the rugs. This chair is a set of 4. I brought 2 here. You'll see the other one in just a minute. And then I have 2 at my house. And I love them. They're a really beautiful linen upholstered chair, skirted, down-filled, and I'm obsessed with them. It's like a little slip cover chair, but something about the arm and then how low the back is just super appealing. So love it. This is like my cute little work area. It's very, very cozy. All right, so as we walk into the main area, I'll show you guys quickly. This in here is nothing special. This is our crusty kitchenette, basically, and our idea with that is to eventually turn it into a bathroom or a shower, because it would be so nice to have a shower in here, but I just thrown a little bit of decor up there in the meantime, and we just keep that door shut because it's not cute in there. And then right here, I have just this little bookshelf that I've been using basically as storage for all of my extra decor pieces that I bring in. I've just kind of been throwing them on there, and it's a place to just put stuff, because sometimes when I'm thrifting for things, this is probably bad on my part, but I don't always have a spot to put them right away. And so it's nice to kind of have some storage for things that I don't necessarily know what I'm gonna do with them right away. I can just kind of put it here and then come back to it later when I'm decorating a particular space. Especially because I'm still in the process of filling everything out here. It's helpful to have this, because I'll be like, oh, there's this empty space on the wall, or there's this, you know, empty spot wherever, and I can just come over here and grab something and use it. Now we will be walking into the main kind of living area, and I've got 2 ruggable rugs in here. This one is probably my favorite pattern of ruggable rug I've ever had. I'm obsessed with it. I will link it down below for you guys, but I just think it's stunning. It's so perfectly worn in and faded. It just has such a good look. And so basically I have turned this little area into our dining area, but it's also just a work table. I'm not crazy about these chairs, so I actually have a couple different chairs coming in that I'm gonna switch around and kind of just see what works. But I have basically decorated it with the table and chairs, and then I've got the little painting that I actually painted, if you guys remember, from a couple vlogs ago, and then a gold mirror. And so it just works. I think it's cute. I don't think it'll necessarily stay like this forever, but it's definitely much improved from what it used to be. And then over here, we've got my favorite feature of the entire space, which is this really big double, it's like a Dutch door window kind of. And because this used to be like the hayloft of the barn, I think they probably use this to like throw the hay out, but it's got, you know, the original latch on there, and look at this hardware that was painted at one point. I wish it wasn't, but it's still really cool. So all I have right here is just my little chaise lounge in this toile print. I kind of want this to feel like a little reading nook area. I definitely need to put some art up, maybe some bookshelves on here. Let me know what you guys think I should do with this space right here. But I like how this fits here, and I think it's really cute as kind of a little reading nook space, especially right in front of the window like that. The light is so pretty and it just makes it feel really cozy. And then of course the view is really nice. You can kind of look out and see all the trees. It's just really pretty. So then if you turn this way, this is like more of the main seating area that we have, kind of our lounging area. So, well, first I'll show you guys just this little vignette. It's just a wicker, it's just baskets, but I think it's cute and it works for now. I think eventually I'd love to get like a bench or something more structured right there. This right here though is like my favorite thing ever. I'm obsessed with how this little section turned out. I think when you have a big space like this, you know, it's kind of just a big empty room and you don't really know what to do because it's too big to be just a dining room or just a living room. It can feel really daunting to kind of section your rooms off into smaller, like, vignettes, but that's what needs to happen. You've got to kind of create distinct spaces within your one larger space. That's what makes it feel cozy, is when you can create these small little kind of enclaves of furniture. Then the whole thing feels really cozy because you know you haven't put your couch at this end and then your chairs over here. That feels like there's too much space in between everything and you kind of lose that coziness. So you really want to make smaller sections within that one big room. And that's kind of what I've done here. I've got my dining room section over here, and then I've got this little desk section right here. And I just think this is stunning. This is very much like a Paris atelier vibe to me. I just recently thrifted this old wicker desk, and I just love how faded and kind of marked up the top is. And then the bottom, I liked that it was the wicker texture without being a wicker color, if that makes sense. Because I already have so much, obviously, of the wicker color. I liked that it was this really faded charcoal with the white. I just think it looks cool. And then obviously I have that other slip-covered chair right there, which works perfectly. It kind of goes with the whole vibe. And then I have my little dress mannequin here. I've thrown up some decor on the walls. This guy I need to hang up eventually. And then I love this little red lampshade. It looks a little odd on there, but I think it's still super cute. And then I've just kind of put a little bit of decor, and I think this little vignette works perfectly as like a desk area. So you've got your reading nook, you've got your dining room, the desk area, and then over here we have the main living room, kind of more traditional living room. And of course, this is a ruggable rug as well. I love this rug. I think the colors are so beautiful. If you're looking for something that's more of like a creamy gray, really like muted creams and grays, this rug is perfect for that. I just think it's so pretty, and it works really, really well with all the stuff I've got in here. So what I've done in here is I thrifted this slip covered sofa, and I love the, oh my gosh, what's the word for that when it has the piping? I know there's like a different word though. But anyways, it has that blue piping along the edge. It's this real raw linen material. And then I've just put a few pieces of decor up. And then I've got this really cute standing lamp in the corner. Same really, really pretty windows with just some more decor I've put up there. I have some pictures, some little trinkets, terracotta pots. I love the view out this window. You guys look at the beautiful, beautiful view. You can see the other roof and then the beautiful trees. And then right down there is the patio for our bar. So I've got like the perfect, when the windows are open, I can hear what everyone's saying, which is kind of a little weird, but it's still fun. And then the one right across from us, the building right across from us was a cow barn. And so it's now an event space, but it's really cool to kind of look across. And they've got that same green tile on the roof that we do. You can kind of look down and see. I think that's just what's so cool. This entire area is so historic, and it just kind of automatically injects character and just a feeling of coziness to the space without even really having to do anything. I've got a few more little decor pieces right here. Another little reading spot. I thrifted these chairs in Blowing Rock when Eric and I were up there visiting a couple weeks ago. And I just like the different styles. You know, I've got so many things that are heavy and kind of upholstered, like this chair and like this chair right here, which I adore. But if you have so much of that heavy upholstered stuff, it can start to look a little bit heavy, just kind of in this space in general. And so you want to add some things that have space. And I like that this had space underneath, and then this table is a little more dainty and has some space as well. I love this fabric lampshade that I thrifted. This table is just so pretty. I believe it's like a antique mahogany. It's so smooth and it's really pretty. So yeah, this is a chair that I thrifted from Goodwill for $5. Which is amazing. This I thrifted from a local kind of consignment furniture store, and I'm just obsessed with it. The way that this skirt has those ruffles and pleats is amazing. And it's this really cool, it's showing up kind of like greeny on the camera, but it's more of a warm brown in real life. And it has this beautiful kind of floral and ivy pattern, and it's a really raw linen, and I love that texture. It's fun because this is a brocade, this is a linen, then this is a linen, kind of mixing all of your different materials so that it feels really, really cozy. And you don't have just, you know, a ton of one thing, a ton of velvet or a ton of leather. You're kind of mixing it all. These I got from that same antique consignment store, and I love them. They work perfect as footstools. You could put a tray on them with some, you know, tea and saucers or whatever you want to put on there, books, and it all just works really, really well. Obviously the rug kind of ties it all together. And then the only other thing straight across from us is this cabinet, and this was a pine cabinet that Eric and I thrifted from Facebook Marketplace, and I wanted it to be refinished. You can still see from the spots that we missed before, actually, if I open it, I think you'd be able to see. It was this really yellowy stain. And so Eric actually did most of the work, but he sanded it down for me. So now it has kind of its pretty original color. And I'm gonna change out those little knobs as well, because I think something cuter would look better. But I just have a little bit of decor up there. And that is pretty much everything in this space. The big main area, and then I will show you guys the last space, which I'm very excited about because it is something a little bit different. Okay guys, so the last space I want to show you today is Eric's office. Now, before I say anything, this is fake. This is a ruggable rug actually, and so is the red one. And this is not, I just vacuumed it, that's why it has that texture, but yeah, it's obviously not real. It's a fake rug. I like it just for looks. And the red one behind it is a ruggable rug as well. I am just obsessed with both of them and I think they look so cool together. So yeah, just wanted to do a disclaimer that this is not real and that they're both ruggable rugs and I love them. And so now I will show you Eric's office. So basically my idea for this space, because you can probably tell it's really different than what I usually do. It's a lot darker, and I think what kind of the style is that people are calling it these days is like dark academia, but I consider it to just be a very like old English lodge vibes. So basically we have this really big tiger oak desk that we thrifted, and then he has his chair that he loves. Obviously the computer is not very aesthetic, but we have to have it there for work purposes. If I could, I wouldn't, because I'm just like crazy about that stuff. But I will say his view, he has those same really cool windows. The view that he has out of this window is like literally my favorite view. You can see like the steeple of the church in the distance, and just the trees are gorgeous. I just love this view. I've kind of styled it up with some old books, old pipes. I just want it to look really kind of like an old, very warm, cozy, inspired lounge, like you would find at a really old castle or estate or something like that, or manor house. So I've styled up some of his antique carafes and this really cool old antique cocktail shaker. I've got them sitting on this wooden chessboard that we thrifted, and then in the corner he just has a wooden filing cabinet which kind of matches this. Obviously everything is still a work in progress. I don't like love the way that this looks, but I think it's fine for now. I recovered a corkboard in fabric, and that is for him to use to like pin stuff to. I've got some like decor pieces pinned to it right now, but eventually once we're in here for longer, I'm sure he'll have his actual work stuff pinned on there. And then my favorite part, well before that, this cool desk lamp we thrifted just a few days ago, and then I really like these old brass horns. I think they just kind of complete this little area right here. But my favorite stuff is over here. So basically this space, I'll say before we start, I love these two mirrors. This right here will not be here eventually. I'm gonna have a piece of furniture right here, like a bookshelf or something. I would love like a barrister's bookcase, but I just haven't found one yet. So that will be what's gonna go right there. But in the meantime, I'll show you the rest of the space. So I have this incredible antique folding room divider. Oh my gosh, I know there's another term for that, but it's like escaping me, and I'm just obsessed with it. It totally gives it this, you know, we painted everything white, and so that can tend to look a little sterile, but with this really large piece that's this dark black and gold color combo, it gives it a lot more character. It kind of injects that character and warmth back into the space, and I just love it. I mean, this is such a cool antique piece. You guys, I paid $100 for this, and I think if I were to buy it at like an antique show or antique fair somewhere, it would be easily a lot more expensive. This little coat rack we thrifted from an antique store, and he likes to hang his coats on that. And then this little seating area I'm just obsessed with. So obviously everything is thrifted. It's a really cool little seating area. So these, I believe they're called fan back armchairs, kind of similar to a wingback, but you know, they've got this really cool, almost like a fan material, or fan shape rather. The material is this really cool velvet that's very faded, almost a little bit like dirty and grimy, but I kind of like that for in here. And then we've got another one, so the matching set, this really pretty brass lamp, which kind of coincides with the lamp that he's got on the desk. And then my favorite piece, which I actually just thrifted for $5 at Goodwill recently, is this footstool. It's this cool old toile print, and it's very kind of like dirty and stained, but I think it just works and it's just a really cute vibe. I like how overstuffed it is. It's very English to me. And then I've got just a little plaid throw and lots of antique books. I will be bringing all of his books from home, or most of his books from home, because we don't have a good space to store them. And so when I get the bookshelf for in here, they'll all go on there. And I think that'll look so nice. I'm very pleased with the way that this room turned out. I think it's a different direction than what I typically do, and I wanted to do that intentionally, and I'm just happy with it. Obviously, none of this is completely finished yet, but I think it's such a good start. And especially this red rug just totally pulls everything together. It's a darker color than what I would normally go for in a rug, but I love it so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and a huge thank you to Ruggable for sponsoring this video. Like I said at the beginning, I've absolutely loved working with them. They've been so lovely. Their products are amazing. The people there are amazing. Their customer service is amazing. It's just been a really positive experience for me. So thank you to Ruggable for sponsoring the video, and I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked the office. I'm gonna be adding things and all of that in the future, so you guys will, I'm sure we'll see more of this space. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, be sure to click the like button down below and leave a comment if you want to. And don't forget to subscribe. I think that's everything. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @itsmargotroth. Is that all the things that a YouTuber is supposed to say? I think so. I think I covered all my bases. So yeah. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I think that's everything. Bye.